yoga class. It's a great class for beginners. It's great if you're hopping off from another workout like me. Just for my regular viewers, I think I'm going to push this class to 1:15 just because my Sunday morning schedule, with my own workout routine, with personal obligations, I'm always like 5 minutes late to this class and I don't really like feeling rushed. So 45 minutes today. Please listen to your body. If at any point you want to skip, you want to modify something, you don't want to do something, you never ever need my permission to do that. You can go ahead and do it yourself. All right, guys. And with that, let's all go ahead and get started on our backs. Coming into a comfortable reclining position that feels good to you. Just start to settle in. Tuning into the breath, tuning into the body. And just asking yourself, how are you today? Truly, how do you feel? Not really judging that answer. Instead, just asking yourself what it is. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you feel thankful for the motherly figures in your life. Because it is Mother's Day after all. Maybe you feel energized. However you feel, just take this time to reflect and acknowledge it, knowing that it's valid, it's okay. Whatever that answer is, it's what it should be. As you lie here, I just want you to start to think about your breath. Really feeling each inhale, the sensation of air coming into the body. Notice how air feels on the nose, the mouth. See if you can feel the air in the back of your throat. And similarly, as you exhale, really observe that sensation of air leaving the body. How does it feel in the nostrils to release air? Through the throat, the mouth. Can you feel the air leaving on the tips of the nostrils or the tips of your lips? And just use these next 5 breaths to see where you can tangibly feel breath. Hyper aware of the sensation in the body of your breath. After that 5th breath, you can let your mind unfocus from the breath. Just enjoying a moment of nothing. maybe you start to take deeper inhales, deeper exhales, telling the body it's time to wake up. Maybe you wiggle fingers and toes, roll wrists and ankles. Maybe lift the arms up and over. For a nice big full body stretch, reaching. And on an exhale, roll over onto your left side for fetal position. Gently resting your head on your upper arm like it's a pillow. And when you're ready, press up and over into a nice tall seat. Find a seat that's comfortable for you, or you can sit for about 3 minutes or so. We're going to move through a breath exercise together. We're just going to do 2 to 1 breath. So the way it's going to work, you're going to inhale for a count of 3, and you'll exhale for a count of 6. So I'll demonstrate. It's going to look like this. Inhale, exhale. And then repeat. Encourage you to do both your inhale and exhale through the nose. If you want to do your exhale through your mouth, a really good way to help control that breath to last for all 6 counts is to blow like you're whistling or blowing into a straw with pursed lips. All right, guys, we're going to take 1 neutral round of breath to start. Inhale, exhale, and begin. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one, inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let the breath return to normal. Maybe noticing any changes in the body, maybe a sense of relaxation or relief. If your eyes are closed, go ahead and flutter them open. We're going to move into our first shape today. And for those of us just joining us, today is a 45-minute, not a 60-minute class. That was an error in the schedule, just for your awareness. So when we end at 45 minutes, I'm not ending early. I'm ending because that's when we're actually supposed to end. But moving into our first shape, we're going to take caterpillar pose. So if you have a bolster that you'd like to sit up on or a pillow, you can go ahead and grab that. If not, go ahead and take your mat all the way to the back edge and roll it up about halfway or so, enough to create a little shelf for you to sit up on top of. Go ahead and lift the booty up on top of that little shelf. Extend the legs long, relax the toes, and then once you feel nice and secure up on this little shelf that you've created, arms come alongside, you drop the head down, lean forward slightly, right? It's not an active forward fold so much as it is a slight forward fold, a head drop, and the allowance of the spine to curve. We want the spine to curve, to be heavy, to feel natural. You should feel like you can sit like this for a long, long time. So if you need to adjust and wiggle to do that, to get into this shape, go ahead and do what you need to get there. And settle in. Shins should come to touch the chest. Right, when we touch our chin to our chest, it allows us to fully relax the spine. From here you breathe. Notice right now, scan the body. Are you gripping anywhere in the body that doesn't need it? Are you gripping in the face, tensing up the eyes, tensing up the mouth, the nose? Instead of tensing, can you soften? Can you soften through the face? Soften through the upper body, consciously letting those shoulder blades slide down the back, consciously releasing the lower body. Knowing that this is part of the work, being hyper aware of what's going in your body. It's so much more than sitting and holding a shape. It's continually reminding yourself to release tension. That is the practice. Notice if you started to lift the head. If so, refocus strong chin to chest. If you notice the body start to open up, feel free to wiggle around. Maybe slightly, only slightly increase that forward fold sensation so you can simply fold down further, giving yourself more room to sink down to the ground. Thinking about the work that we're doing right now, yin yoga is the practice of stretching our muscle fascia, our connective tissue. To do that, to really stretch it out, to release tension that's built up in this super important organ in our body, we have to hold shapes for 3 to 5 minutes. Much, much longer than people might think. Think about it as a similar practice, or rather a cousin practice to things like massage, trigger point therapy. You breathe. At any point, you start to notice that sensation of discomfort. Notice that for what it is. If it's just discomfort, not pain, know that you're where you should be. That is the practice to sit and find that edge. That is the sensation of that elongating of the connective tissue, that opening up. It's exactly what we're going for. Good work, guys. About 1 more minute. Everyone say hi, Matt. Matt's going to ride the bike because he's a champion. And with that, slowly start to rise up and out of the shape, moving really slowly, conscious that you've been half upside down for a little bit. Everyone say good luck, Matt. Slowly lift yourself off of any support that you were up on. Let the mat roll out long. You have to lower yourself all the way down into your back for puddle pose. We come to our backs in between each of these shapes in yin yoga, puddle pose, to allow that connective tissue in the body to go back to its original shape in the body. What you might do during this time in puddle pose is observe sensations in the body, particularly the area that you just stretched and worked. So that's your spine, maybe your hamstrings, but mostly your spine in the shape. Notice any sensations that might be tingly, warm, a sense of heaviness or lightness. It feels different for everybody in the body. You might even just feel something like a sense of relief. Use this time to stand, to study your body. Simply breathing. Good work, guys. Very slowly start to wiggle fingers and toes. Lift the arms up and over for a nice big stretch. And then roll over onto your left side, the more restorative side of your body for fetal position. And then press up and over into a seat. Moving on to our next shape. So we have a favorite hip stretch of mine. We have fire log pose. So for fire log pose, there's a couple variations. The traditional variation, we bring our left leg on the bottom, right leg on top, keeping them parallel. Now, what you're probably going to end up with is something like I have, unless you're really flexible in your hips, which is a big gap of space right here. So you have options. If you want, you can grab a pillow, a block, anything to put into this space, but this is a no props class, and you honestly really don't need anything to go in this area. Because what's going to happen, we're going to bring our hands in front of us, we're going to slowly walk as far as we can go, and then when you feel that edge, that comfortably uncomfortable sensation, you just drop the heads down. So it's okay if you have space here. And you breathe. See if you can relax the legs, right? The big tendency in the shape to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze and find tension. Now, if this is way too intense for you, no problem. You can take the half variation, where you just extend this left leg long, keep the right leg as is, and you walk forward, drop the head down. You'll get a bit more of a hamstring stretch, honestly, than a hip stretch. That's okay. Different part of the body. So you decide where you need to be. I'm going to go for this traditional variation. Again, the walk forward can be really subtle. It can even be hands alongside you and drop the head. It can even be just sitting like this. This might be really challenging in an area of growth for you, and that's okay. Learning to sit like this is hard. But wherever you are, find support in the hands and drop the head. Breathe. Settling in. Really trying very consciously to continually relax the shoulder blades down the back. Release the gripping sensation in the hips. Release the jaw. Really good tool to think of in this class is the tool of your breath. You can use your inhales to create space to puff up, and your exhales to sink a little further, to find that edge, that comfortably uncomfortable. Over time, as we hold these shapes, the body will open up naturally. And that's an opportunity for you to sink a little deeper, to stretch that connective tissue. When you think about holding these long shapes, I always tell people that sitting in a yin yoga shape is almost kind of like going through the stages of grief. Not to belittle the stages of grief at all, but it is quite similar. When we first get into these shapes, right, it's uncomfortable. We kind of deny it. We're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. Like, this is, you guys, no, not for me. And then we change, right? It becomes really uncomfortable, and we're in it, and we're just like, oh, this is not good. This is uncomfortable. And you might start to feel a little angry at choosing to take this class because you're really uncomfortable. And then the body, as we sit in the shape, right, it realizes it's not in danger. Our muscles loosen instead of tensing. That's what happens when we hold a shape for a long time. We start to release, deciding, oh, this might be okay. We might start to relax. We might, I dare say, start to get comfortable in this discomfort. And by then, like right now, it's about time to come out of that shape. Slowly start to rise. Just switch out your sides. In the stages of yin yoga shapes. And whenever you're ready, all set for the other side, start to move into the shape, knowing that this side might be really different, right? So you can take that second variation on this side, that's a-okay. But whenever you're ready, start to settle back in. Noticing the differences of this side, especially in the hips, we have an area or side rather that is tighter, typically. And is this side that for you? Or was the other side tighter? Thinking about those stages we talked about of yin. Are you in that first stage right now? Right, the body is, tensing up, I'm really uncomfortable, I'd rather not. The muscles might feel tight. And as we sit, the body realizes it's not in danger. It can release, it can relax. But you're in control of that too. You can help get there sooner by scanning the body, by telling your muscles, mind to muscle connection, to release. This is a great time to practice that skill. Great athletes are so good at it, mentally tuning into their muscles of the body. Use this as time to practice that skill. Just because you're not Michael Jordan doesn't mean you can't be really good at mind-muscle connection. Scan your body. Are you tensing in the glutes? And if so, do you need to? Can you relax in the shoulder blades? Can you soften the face? And as the body is likely starting to open up, maybe you can sink a little deeper. Play with walking those hands forward. Continually challenging yourself to sit in that feeling of discomfort. So drop the head. And 30 more seconds on the side. A little bit more opportunity. Scan the body. Be its ultimate student, right? You're a student of your own body, of your own sensations. A really wise coach told me that once. He's just my coach. I'm the student. Ultimately, I have control. Very slowly start to rise up and out of the shape. Unravel the legs. Start to settle all the way onto your back, finding puddle pose. Start to observe the body. Seeing if the hips can become heavy. Seeing if you can feel what it feels like in your body for that connective tissue to move back to its original spot. And I know my friend Kara is tuning into this class, and her and I talked about the sensation, right, that we feel in puddle pose, how cool it is, that you can literally feel a part of your body moving. That's what you're feeling right now. It's so cool. It's a part of the body that you can't really see, but you can feel it. If you're ever interested in the science behind this practice that we do in yin yoga, happy to talk about it. It's really cool. But for now, we just enjoy. When you're ready, start to wiggle fingers and toes. Lift the arms up and over. Nice big full body stretch. And then when you're ready, roll over onto your left side. And then up and over into a seat. Moving on. So we're going to move into a really short shape, actually. We're not here for very long at all. We're going to move into a toe stretch. This is quite an intense shape for many. If you're dealing with a foot injury, looking at you, my friend with a foot injury, you know who you are. Please modify as you need. Take this really slow. Also the option to skip. Also the option to do another stretch for this part of the body that you might know. I'm going to demonstrate two variations that I think everyone can kind of access, but if they're not for you, skip them. So the first variation, we come up onto all fours, and all we do from all fours is we tuck our toes and we play with shifting the weight back. So for many, right here is actually a really good place to start. And maybe this is you today. Maybe you just play with this stretch that you get by shifting the weight back with your toes totally tucked under. You want to take it a step further, you rise up. And you sit just as you are, like this. So we'll hold this. Another option, if you have a wall handy, you can come to the wall. You can face it directly. You can place one foot up against it, toes up against the wall, heel on the ground, and you simply lean forward. You'll get more of a stretch in the calf, but the calf muscle, sometimes tightness in the calf can help with tightness in the foot. So those are your options. You can also just skip it and hang out in puddle pose. We're not here in this shape for very long regardless. If you're taking an individual 1 foot at a time on the wall, I'm going to tell you when we're halfway so you can switch out. And everybody start to move into your variations and settle. Again, this is quite an intense shape. I encourage you to stay in it for the full time. We're only here for about 90 seconds. And breathe. So why do we do this stretch? You may be asking me already, why are we doing this? So our feet hold a lot of the connective tissue. They're kind of like a hug, if you want to think about it, in the body. There's a few other hugs, areas that you might think get really tight, the feet, the lower back, the shoulders. But we never really stretch our feet. If you think about all the stretching we do as athletes, as yogis. So this is a rare moment when we get to switch if you're doing 1 foot at a time, where we get to sit in this discomfort in our feet. I told you, we're not here for that long. So it is challenging. So if this is very challenging for you, focus on the breath. Feeling the sensation, acknowledging what you're feeling. I know. Good work, guys, good work. Stretching a part of the body that supports us so much. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly move out of the shape. Come back onto all fours. Untuck the toes. Maybe you wiggle them out. And we're all just going to find a seat. Not coming into puddle pose, just a comfortable seat. We weren't holding that shape for as long, so just take a moment in a seat to observe the sensations of the body, of the feet. And if you were challenged by that, maybe that's a sign that it's something that you can incorporate into your everyday routine. 90 seconds every day, giving back to your feet can do a lot, surprisingly. And when you're ready, slowly come back onto all fours. We're going to move into our next shape. So we're going to stretch our shoulders and chest. So to move into this shape, move our timer in front of me. To move into the shape, I like to start on all fours. And from here, what we're going to end up doing is extending this left arm long and this right arm out in front of us. So from all fours, maybe start to shimmy those knees back and lower onto your belly. Left arm goes long, right arm comes up. Now from here, the target is going to be in this right arm. We're going to take this right arm to 45. Cool. And we're going to bend into this left elbow, plant the left palm. From here, bend the left knee. Start to press into this left palm as you peel open until you feel a stretching sensation in that right arm. And here you hang out. You can hang out with this left foot up in the air. If it sweeps back behind you and touches the ground, great. You can play around with moving this right arm further to 90 degrees up or down to increase or decrease the stretch. Then you settle in. Relax the right temple down to the ground. Notice if tension's creeped back into the body. Can you soften it anywhere? Without 30 more seconds on the side. A little bit more opportunity. Really get to roll onto the belly carefully. And just start to move on to the other side. This time, sending this left arm out first, and then up to 45, planting the right palm underneath the right shoulder. Left temple meets the mat. Gaze is to the right. You're going to press into this right palm, bending the right knee as you peel open, taking the stretch on the other side. Again, this right foot can hang out in the air, can plant behind you, can play with the positioning of this left arm to either increase or decrease the stretch. And you breathe. About 10 more breaths on this side. Everyone give Matt a round of applause. He just completed his workout. Woohoo! What a champ. That's dedication, ladies and gentlemen. When you're ready, roll onto the belly. Arms alongside the body. Turn the head to one side. Just a moment here. Puddle pose on our belly to observe sensations of the body. Ready, slowly rise up. Pressing up into a seat. So from here you have options. If you'd like, you can move into a traditional Shavasana. Or if you'd like, you can move into one final last shape with me and stay there through Shavasana. So for this last shape, I roll up my mat all the way. I'm going to use it as a prop to support my whole spine. Rolling it up all the way. Alright, so once I have my mat rolled up all the way, what I'm going to do is take it all the way behind me, sit up, have my mat right at the base of my tailbone. From here, bring the soles of my feet to touch. Start to lower myself down all the way onto my mat. So what you'll feel is a slight curve in the lower back. You might need to adjust to do that. You'll feel a slight hip stretch, having your legs open like this in Baddha Konasana or butterfly legs. And from here, you should feel supported all along your spine. Arms can come up overhead for an additional shoulder stretch, or they can just come alongside the body and breathe. So again, an option to stay here just for a few breaths if you'd like, and then move into traditional Shavasana. Or you can stay here through Shavasana, it's your choice. Settle in wherever you want. We have about 30 breaths in Shavasana. For our final shape of choice. So you're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you would like. However, if you're ready to move on with your day, start to wiggle fingers and toes, roll wrists and ankles. You took that final last shape with me. Draw your knees in together. And if you're on that prop, roll over onto one side. You took traditional Shavasana, arms come up and overhead, big stretch before you two roll over onto one side. When you're ready, lift up and over into a nice tall seat. Eyes closed, hands at your heart in prayer. Hands clasped together with one breath. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, let it go. Your forehead. Bring your hands to your forehead, and bow forward, sealing the practice. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this 45-minute yin yoga class. I'm sorry about the schedule mix-up. If you're dying for 15 more minutes of yin yoga, lucky you. There are so many yin yoga classes led by yours truly on my Twitch page, twitch.tv/SandyGone, or on YouTube, youtube.com/user/SuperSandy098. Yes, I know, my YouTube channel name is ridiculous. I was 14 when I made it. Sorry, not sorry. These classes are free. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for sharing them with friends and family. I am still accepting donations for the Humane Rescue Alliance and on behalf of the Yoga Heights Teachers Fund. Also fun, exciting news, next week and the week after, I'll be teaching a class from the Humane Rescue Alliance's channels, which is very exciting. So hopefully I'll be able to publish some ads about that so you guys can join me there. I'd love to see some of you guys in practice virtually. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to you and yours and all the motherly figures in your life. All right, guys, take care.